Hello, in this video I'm going to go over what jewelry glyphs you should use for your healer builds for PVE trials and dungeons and arenas. I recommend you using reduced Magicka cost glyphs. This is going to help you sustain your skills to where you virtually never run out of Magicka. It's very difficult to run out of Magicka if you set up like this. In addition to that, I also run the Breton racial choice here, so I also have the Magicka Mastery, which reduces Magicka cost even more. So my Combat Prayer, for example, only costs 3,185, which is pretty cheap compared to what it is just under normal circumstances. But let's get into why I believe the Magicka reduction glyphs are better. So if you make a Magicka recovery, I gotta remember, I gotta keep getting all my crap built for this part. Okay, so if you make a Magicka recovery glyph, like this, that's only 169 recoveries per piece of jewelry. Now, recoveries tick every 2 seconds. So when you look at something and it says you're getting 169 recoveries, that's how much you're going to get every 2 seconds. Now, if you use 3 Magicka recovery glyphs, then you're going to get a total of 507 recoveries, which will equate to 253, almost 254 resources per second. So, if we do the Magicka reduction cost, which all you have to do is to change the glyph from a Rapora to an Itade, it's very simple, and then it becomes a Magicka reduction glyph. This reduces the cost of your spells by 203 per glyph, so that is a 609 reduction total. And so why is that important? Because you can cast a spell every second. So that's going to save you 609 Magicka every second, as opposed to the 250 recoveries. So it's almost 3 times the benefit to use the Magicka reduction cost jewelry. When you lower the cost of your jewelry, your spells, you can cast them a heck of a lot more often. And on top of that, I'm not losing out on recoveries at all, because I have, for example, well, I've got this skill that gives me recoveries, so I can just pull this one out. And then I also run a spell power pot, and my food choice is Ghastly Eyeball, so I'm getting quite a bit of recoveries from that. And so when I'm fully buffed up with recoveries here, I'm sitting at almost 2,000 recoveries, and I have not built into, and I'm also not using the Atronach. I've got the ritual on, and as you can see, I was up just about 2,000 there. So I don't really have trouble with recoveries, because I've made all of my skills cost very little, and I can sit here and cast them over and over again, and I don't run out of Magicka. I think I shut my food off by accident there. But there's my recovery right there, up and over 3,000. That was probably with Kynes procking on me, but there it is, 2,500 sitting there and holding. So if I go like this, as you can see, I have plenty of recoveries without building into recovery in terms of the jewelry glyphs. If you use these, you're going to have a much better performance out of your healer. This is a much more bang for your buck than Magicka recovery is on your jewelry. Also, don't use the Atronach. You don't need to. Use this. It's much more potent and more effective. You get your recoveries from your spells, your potions, and your food choice. And then the rest of this should all work together. You don't need to use food that gives you bigger health bars. That's not necessary. If you're running a warden group, you're going to have 20,000 health right there. That's plenty of health. You don't need to be taken away from your recoveries. Give yourself the best chance you can with Magicka recovery, and give yourself max mag and mag recovery there. That's how you should build. It's a lot easier to run a heal. You don't run out of Magicka in this build at all. It's just, it works. Trust me. Give it a try. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll do some more videos when I can. Check out my channel. If you go onto my YouTube channel and go down into my playlists, I have all of my content separated by subject. Take a look at all of them in there and see if there's anything else you'd like to watch. Anything I can help you with in terms of content or information. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye.